Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome or welcome back to Starline Oracle YouTube channel, the Lucky Stars community. Cat Star here with a timeless reading. Timeless meaning no matter when you come across this message and it resonates with you, it is for you. As a reminder, my readings are for entertainment and are general in nature. They may or may not resonate for everybody, so please do take what is for you and leave it as for those of you liking and sharing the videos. Thank you so much. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. I also want to give a huge shout out to all of the new and returning viewers, subscribers, and the amazing channel members. Thank you all so much for being here. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. All right, so some of you, if you watched the weekend energy reading or a recent weekend energy reading, since how this is a timeless reading, I often forget that, may have seen this card combination recently, depending on when you're seeing this timeless reading, but I felt called to use it in a fuller reading, this combination of cards. So that is what we are doing. So here we go. Let's go ahead and see what needs to come out for you, Aquarius, for this timeless reading. So let's see what we got. You have managed to be glad. Create your own happiness regardless of conditions. And you have always, it's always tea time. Oh, eternity. See, these are holographic and I was having a hard time. It's always tea time. Eternity, endless moments, repetition. All right, so manage to be glad. Create your own happiness regardless of conditions. So listen, Aquarius, this is really telling you right off the bat. You've got number 43, number 26. It's always tea time. Manage to be glad. So basically, you're being reminded that no matter what is happening, regardless of the conditions around you, and I'm not sure if you can see those very good or not, I've decided I love the holographic cards. Actually, holographic cards are my favorite. So you'll notice that I have quite a few, but I don't use them on the channel very much because it can be difficult. Actually, let me see. I'm going to turn my ring light off. I don't know if that comes in any better or not. They're such gorgeous cards, and I love holographic. I have so many holographic decks because I love them. Let me turn that light back on. Anyway, I don't know if that was any easier or not, but it feels much brighter to me to have the light on. So there is managed to be glad. That is the card. It's interesting that she's holding a skunk type figure. And then it's always tea time. This is very much, these are Alice in Wonderland kind of type of cards, so very much the Mad Hatter. Is that the guy? I think so. I need to watch Alice in Wonderland again. Some of you might have just watched Alice in Wonderland. We went to a fun thing that was Alice in Wonderland theme. But anyway, okay, so no matter what the conditions are, you always have the choice. You can be happy. You can create happiness. You create the happiness within your life. Either way, you can choose to be happy. It takes repetition. It takes doing it time and time again, noticing what your state is. If you're in a state of happiness, if you're in a state of sadness, if you're in a state of joy, if you're in a state of anger, if you're, right, noticing where you are, noticing the sensations in your body, noticing how you're feeling, noticing your thoughts, right, Aquarius? You get to put yourself in a place. It's nobody's place but your own to create happiness. Nobody can create happiness or make you happy. You get to create your happiness and you get to make yourself happy. I know that there's many times where we decide or we think that having a partner or having somebody else or having this or having that, if then when, right? If this happens, then I'll be happy. If whatever, then I'll be happy, right? Or I'll feel loved, or I'll feel successful, or I'll feel abundant, or I'll feel grateful, or whatever it is. But Spirit is indicating, Aquarius, that no matter what your conditions are, you can choose in this moment and every moment to be happy, and that it does take, right? It's always tea time. Endless moments, repetition, right? It takes doing it over and over again. That you can be happy all the time, always, as in it's always tea time, right? You can be glad, you can be happy all of the time. But you have to make the choice to do that and to continue to pull yourself back into happiness, to put yourself back into the state of feeling, right? That that feeling, right? Time and time again, repetition, practice it, practice it, practice it. When you notice that you're not in the present moment, that you're either in the future or the past, pull yourself back. Ask yourself if you're present, right? It takes commitment. Yeah. It takes practice. It takes time. You're going to have to do it. All right. Now, isn't this interesting? You have burnout and commitment coming through. It says your hard work will see results, but your health needs to be maintained. So check in with your doctor, dentist, and health professional and try to maintain a healthy lifestyle. So your hard work will see results. Okay. So within your reading here, Aquarius, as long as you're practicing, you're using repetition, your hard work will see results, being committed, right? Because your other one is commitment. But on another note aside, some of you may need to schedule some appointments with your doctor, your dentist, a healthcare professional, right? To maintain a healthy lifestyle. That may be something else. Managing to be glad is always tea time, repetition, right? The moments, the creating happiness despite, regardless of conditions, create your own happiness. Some of you might be in a state of being burned out and or stressed, and that can create illness or dis-ease within the body. So some of you, it may be time, right? Also, sometimes dental health can cause other issues. So it's just being indicated as a side note, right, to check in with your healthcare professionals, your doctors, your dentists, your therapists, whatever it may be, to keep you on the up and up, right? Keep you on the healthy side of the spectrum, okay? But there will be results. Your hard work, right? The repetition, the practicing is going to create results, successful results, okay? You also have commitment. A commitment is indicated around love or business. It will make you feel better. Yeah, see? Your commitment to yourself to create your own happiness, not to look outside of yourself for others, but to look inward and allow yourself to create, to embody, to embrace that happiness that you create within and for yourself. Not that anybody else does. It doesn't mean that you can't be happy with other people as far as love and or within business as far as business goes, right? But you get to create it yourself. It does take repetition. It does take, right, always standing up for yourself and always being committed to the repetition, to the practice of staying in the present moment and allowing yourself to be in that happy state, okay? No matter what's going on, no matter the conditions, no matter who's around, no matter what, allowing yourself, right? Manage to be glad no matter what. Have that happy disposition, okay? This isn't toxic positivity, right? It's just making a choice to look towards positive and making a choice to be happy. I think it was Will Smith that once said that for a while, and I could say this completely out of line or wrong, but for a while, potentially him and Jada were expecting each other to make the other happy, and then they realized that it wasn't their responsibility to make the other party happy. It was their responsibility to create and or make themselves, keep themselves in a state of happiness within their own self, not for other people, okay? Oh my gosh, you can't make it up. See? You have the Sun and the Ten of Pentacles. The Sun and the Ten of Pentacles. Aquarius. What? Shut up. I can't, right? The Sun and the Ten of Pentacles. What else needs to be said, right? Nothing. Nothing. That Sun is feeling that warmth, that positivity, that happiness, that joy, that pleasure within your life, right? Being committed to feeling that, allowing yourself to be in that state, in that place, and allowing yourself to open up to that, right? The Sun card is considered, hopefully that's coming through that Sun card, the most positive, the most uplifting, the most amazing, the most powerful card of the tarot deck. And there you have it. But not only that, you have the Ten of Pentacles with that as well. That Ten of Pentacles, Aquarius, you can't make it up. This is really having that energy of stability, that energy of really having the foundation, building that foundation, creating from a place of love, completely, totally fulfilled. This is like having everything that you ever dreamed of, right? And it may not be in the material things, which the Ten of Pentacles does tend to be physical material, right? But it is within and creating that vision outward, okay? When you begin to feel that happiness, no matter what, that joy, that vibrance, that warmth, that positivity, right? You have nothing that can stand in the way of the success. It's like the law, right? You have the natural laws. And when you are there and or, when you're holding on to that, when you're practicing that, when you're using repetition and allowing yourself to be in that place, in that state, in that energy all of the time, no matter what is happening around you, no matter what external things are going on, no matter who is around you, no matter the conditions, no matter what, when you're holding on to that, Aquarius, you are creating that from the inside out, creating that dream, creating that overall, that Ten of Pentacles, that fulfillment, that energy that it can't be displaced as long as you are continuing, right? Holding on to and practicing that, as long as you continue to stay in that state, as long as you are committed to that, right? It can't be taken from you, but you're also building that from the inside of you out into your external environment, into your world. It starts from within, Aquarius, as within, so without, okay? So you can definitely build that. You need to remember that you create it, right? Nobody else can make you happy. Don't get me wrong, we can have feelings of happiness when we're with others or involved or whatever, or doing things or what have you, we can have, but we create our own happiness. We can be happy and content by ourselves, even in a shit show, storm, chaos. We can still feel positivity, happiness, content, if we choose to. That doesn't mean, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm not saying that at all, because sometimes I feel it, right? We all do. And when we need to go through it, we feel it, we let the emotions come up and move through us, and we sit with them and we be silent with them if we can, or when we need to be, right? And we let them move through so that they can move out of the body, be transmuted, right? And we can move back into that state of positivity and happiness. That doesn't mean 24/7 we have to be in that state of Christ, but if we can embody that state, be committed to that, be in a place of repetition and or practice towards that, and know or allow ourselves to be in a state of knowing that it's not anybody else's place or anybody else's job to make us happy, that we get to do that from inside out. We get to build our reality from the inside out, even, right? With that Ten of Pentacles, right? Full fulfillment begins from within, as within, so without, Aquarius. As long as we realize that, we take responsibility for that, and we attempt to not put that on anybody else, right? Because it's not their place. Then we get to have all of these beautiful things. It's a place of being in a place of responsibility, right, for ourselves, for our own happiness, for what goes on, for, right? And when we begin to be in that place, or we hold ourselves in that place, when we continue to practice that, be committed to that, Aquarius, then our inside creates our outside, and it's a beautiful, beautiful happening, all right? Whew. I do intend this resonated with you and for you. If it did, please do hit the like button and share this video. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. Also, feel free to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload new readings. It is free for you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and that does support the Lucky Stars community in growing and thriving. As always, I do wish you lots of hope, lots of joy, and lots of love with all of your current and future endeavors. I'll see you in the next reading.